Of the three great dojutsus, the Rinnegan is the greatest, best, most powerful, and most coveted. Just like the Mangekyo, each Rinnegan can demonstrate unique and specific powers for each user. Although there are several ninjas who have awakened or used this power, some eyes are truly unique, possessing different details, powers, and even forms from one another. Now, you're going to check out the 8 most unique Rinnegans in Naruto and Boruto and their respective powers. I recommend staying until the end, as we've included the special abilities of each Rinnegan as a bonus. So let's dive into the video, which is packed with information. Rinnegan of the Jubi. The Rinnegan of the Jubi is a manifestation of the colossal power of this primordial beast, an entity formed by the fusion of all the Biju and the Divine Tree. In the Naruto universe, the Ten Tails is the embodiment of destructive force and the primordial nature of chakra, being the precursor to all chakra on Earth. Its Rinnegan has distinct characteristics and a power vastly superior to any other form of Rinnegan. This power is one of the most formidable forms of dojutsu, combining the abilities of the Rinnegan and the Sharingan into a single entity. It is crucial for casting the infinite Tsukuyomi, a technique that subjugates the entire world in an eternal genjutsu. As the fusion of the Divine Tree and the Tailed Beasts, the Jubi possesses massive destructive capacity, elemental manipulation, and near-limitless regeneration. Its immense power is a global threat, and the Rinnegan serves as the conduit for this transcendental power, reflecting the primordial and immortal nature of chakra. Rin Sharingan. The Rinnegan of the Jubi is, in fact, a Rin Sharingan, an eye that combines the abilities of the Rinnegan and the Sharingan, similar to Kaguya Otsutsuki's. It is visualized as a large eye with a circular pattern of rings and tomoe, characteristic marks of the Sharingan. This fusion of dojutsus allows the Jubi to access transcendent abilities. Source of power of the infinite Tsukuyomi. The Rinne Sharingan of the Jubi is the key to casting the infinite Tsukuyomi, the ultimate genjutsu. Madara Uchiha and later Kaguya used the Jubi's Rinne Sharingan to reflect the light of the moon and place the entire world under the power of this eternal genjutsu, trapping humanity in endless dreams and absorbing their chakra. Massive destructive capacity. The raw power of the Jubi and its Rinne Sharingan make it a cataclysmic force. When controlled by Madara or Obito, the Ten Tails can unleash large-scale waves of destruction, such as immensely powerful chakra attacks, easily devastating vast areas of land. The fusion of the chakra of the nine-tailed beasts grants it access to virtually limitless energy. Manipulation of Gudadama, truth-seeking balls. Like Kaguya and others who awakened the Rinnegan, the Jubi can create Gudadama, or truth-seeking balls, made of chakra condensed from the 5 nature transformations and yin-yang. These spheres are extremely destructive, capable of disintegrating matter upon contact. They were used by Madara and Obito while they were Jinchuriki of the Jubi. Immortality and regeneration. The Jubi has an extraordinary regenerative capacity, making it virtually impossible to kill. This is related to its Rin Sharingan, which reflects its status as an almost immortal and infinite entity, being a force of the very nature of chakra. Nature manipulation. As the origin of the tailed beasts, the Ten Tails has control over all nature transformations and their combinations. This allows it to use massive elemental attacks, as well as create enormous destructive chakra storms. Chakra of the Divine Tree. The Ten Tails, being the fusion of the tailed beasts and the Divine Tree, has a deep connection with the primordial chakra that gave rise to all chakra in the world. This allows the Jubi's Rin Sharingan to function as a conduit of the Divine Tree, absorbing chakra from the surrounding nature, enhancing itself, and allowing it to grow in power indefinitely. Universal sensing. With its Rin Sharingan, the Jubi is capable of detecting chakra over vast areas, providing unparalleled sensing. This is useful both in combat and in locating enemies or targets at great distances, facilitating control over a wide battlefield. Kaguya's Rinnegan. Kaguya Otsutsuki's Rinnegan is one of the most powerful and advanced forms of dojutsu, reflecting her status as the progenitor of chakra. Kaguya possesses a Rinne Sharingan, which is a fusion of the abilities of the Rinnegan and Sharingan, manifested on her forehead. Her powers go beyond those of the Rinnegan seen in other characters, such as Madara and Sasuke, due to her divine origin and her abilities related to dimensional control. Kaguya's Rinnegan, manifested as the Rinne Sharingan, grants her absolute control over dimensions, chakra, and reality itself. Her dimensional manipulation abilities with Amenominaka, the power to subjugate the world with the infinite Tsukuyomi, and her capacity to use Gudodama and chakra absorption techniques make her an almost invincible opponent. Additionally, the Byakugan provides her with a strategic advantage in combat, complementing her already devastating powers. Kaguya is the primordial being of chakra, and with the Rinnegan, she becomes a threat that transcends even the limits of space-time. Let's now look at some of the mentioned powers and others that have not yet been discussed but will be covered below. Rinne Sharingan. Kaguya possesses a red Rinnegan with the Toma pattern, located on her forehead. This form is a fusion of the powers of the Rinnegan and Sharingan, combining the abilities of both dojutsus. It is the precursor to both the Rinnegan and Sharingan, and symbolizes her absolute control over chakra and reality. Amenominaka, dimensional manipulation. One of the most powerful abilities of Kaguya's Rinnegan is the power to manipulate dimensions at will. With Amenominaka, she can instantly move herself and others to different dimensions that she controls. Each of these dimensions has its own rules and characteristics, such as an ice dimension, a lava dimension, and an acid dimension. This makes her extremely difficult to defeat, as she can change the battlefield in seconds. Chakra expansion, infinite Tsukuyomi. With the power of the Rinne Sharingan, Kaguya can cast the infinite Tsukuyomi, a technique that reflects the light of the moon across the entire planet, placing everyone under an eternal genjutsu. This power is one of the most devastating abilities of the Rinnegan, as it subjugates all living beings to her control, trapping them in an eternal dream. Creation of Gudodama, truth-seeking balls. Kaguya can create Gudodama, or truth-seeking balls, which are spheres made of chakra that represent the union of the 5 nature transformations and yin-yang chakra. These spheres are extremely powerful and can disintegrate anything they touch. They can be used both for defense and attack. Chakra manipulation. Kaguya is the source of chakra on Earth, and her control over it is absolute. With her Rinnegan, she can absorb any chakra technique directed at her, rendering conventional attacks ineffective. She can also mold chakra into destructive forms, such as creating massive energy explosions or attacks based on different elements. Supreme Truth Expansion Technique. Kaguya can also perform this technique, in which she concentrates a massive amount of chakra to create a gigantic form, resembling a moon, that devours and destroys everything around it. This attack is so powerful that it aims to disintegrate everything within its range, representing her ultimate destructive strength. Urashiki's Rinnegan. Urashiki Otsutsuki's Rinnegan has some special abilities and unique characteristics compared to the conventional Rinnegan seen in other characters in the series. As a member of the Otsutsuki clan, Urashiki possesses immense power, and his Rinnegan reflects this strength. He is one of the most unique Rinnegans in the series, and one of the few shown directly in the Otsutsuki clan. Urashiki has one of the Rinnegan eyes with the greatest number of powers, some of which are much more potent than usual. Red Rinnegan with wave pattern. Unlike the traditional purple Rinnegan with rings, Urashiki's Rinnegan is red and has a pattern resembling waves. Additionally, he has the ability to manifest his Rinnegan in one or both eyes. Yomotsu Hirasaka, alternate dimension. Urashiki can open portals to another dimension, allowing him to teleport over great distances, a power similar to that used by Kaguya Otsutsuki. This ability makes him very difficult to capture, as he can escape or appear anywhere instantly. Chakra theft. One of the most notable abilities of Urashiki's Rinnegan is his capacity to steal chakra from others using a chakra hook that he throws. After stealing chakra, Urashiki can use the victim's techniques, adapting them to his own fighting style. He has been seen stealing chakra from several opponents, including Gaara and Sasuke Uchiha. Temporal alteration. Urashiki has the ability to go back in time for a short period. This allows him to anticipate attacks or correct mistakes, giving him a significant advantage in combat. With this power, he can even avoid strikes that have already hit him. Usage of multiple chakra natures. With the Rinnegan, Urashiki can access different chakra nature transformations, including fire, wind, earth, and lightning, which expands his arsenal of techniques. He has been seen using these natures combined with techniques stolen from his adversaries. Otsutsuki Mode, Rinnegan Evolution. In a battle against Boruto and his allies, Urashiki revealed an evolved form of himself, with a more powerful appearance and an additional Rinnegan on his forehead, which seems to amplify his abilities even further. This form significantly increases his physical strength and his temporal manipulation capabilities. Rinnegan of Momoshiki Otsutsuki. Momoshiki Otsutsuki is a villain who first appeared in Boruto, Naruto the movie, and also during the Chunin exams. He is a member of the powerful and enigmatic Otsutsuki clan and is revealed to be an extremely formidable adversary even by Kaguya Otsutsuki. Momoshiki arrived on Earth with the intention of obtaining Naruto Uzumaki's chakra. The confrontation between these two was inevitable, and as expected, resulted in an epic battle that thrilled fans. During the fight, Momoshiki extensively used the powers of his Rinnegan, demonstrating a variety of impressive techniques. Although Momoshiki possessed advanced abilities related to the six paths similar to a typical Rinnegan user, he stood out mainly due to his ability to absorb chakra and release it back through his second Rinnegan. In terms of Rinnegan power, these abilities might be considered less versatile, but their effectiveness in battle was clearly demonstrated. Momoshiki is also one of the few villains in Boruto to use the transformation ability known as Jubi, the Ten Tails transformation, making his power even more formidable and rare in the series. The Rinnegan of Momoshiki Otsutsuki has the following main powers. Chakra Absorption. Momoshiki can absorb chakra using his Rinnegan, nullifying opposing techniques and converting the absorbed chakra into his own energy. Chakra Expulsion. After absorbing chakra, he can release it again, which can be used both for attacking and reinforcing his own techniques. Limbo Powers. Although Momoshiki's Rinnegan does not have the ability to invoke Limbo, a technique that creates shadows from an alternate realm, he possesses varied abilities in combat and chakra manipulation. Object Transmutation Technique. Momoshiki can transform objects and attack with them, enhancing his offensive capabilities. Rinnegan of Madara Uchiha. Madara Uchiha managed to awaken the Rinnegan shortly before his death. After integrating Ashura's chakra into his own, he obtained the Rinnegan of the Sage of Six Paths, granting him access to extraordinary powers. With the Rinnegan, Madara not only utilized the extensive abilities of the Six Paths, but also unlocked the feared power of Limbo. This technique allowed him to summon shadows from an alternate realm, visible and tangible only to those with Six Paths abilities. Madara demonstrated exceptional mastery of the Rinnegan. Interestingly, he transferred one of his Rinnegan to Nagato when he was still a baby. Nagato became one of the most skilled users of the Rinnegan, wielding it with great proficiency. Later, the Rinnegan passed to Obito Uchiha, although he could only control one of the eyes, as maintaining the power of two Rinnegan was excessively challenging for him. Eventually, the Rinnegan returned to Madara, who ended up becoming a vessel for Kaguya after his own death. The Rinnegan of Madara Uchiha has the following main powers. Six Paths Powers. Madara can use the abilities associated with the Six Paths, including gravity manipulation and the creation of powerful techniques related to this skill. Limbo. Madara can summon shadows from an alternate realm called Limbo, which can only be seen and touched by those with Six Paths abilities. These shadows are used for attacks and creating illusions. Chakra Absorption and Expulsion. Similar to other Rinnegan users, Madara can absorb chakra and then release it back with great effectiveness. Body Creation Technique. Madara can create bodies similar to his own to fight on his behalf, a skill that demonstrates his mastery of chakra manipulation techniques. Rinnegan of the Sage of Six Paths. Madara has access to advanced techniques associated with the Rinnegan, such as the ability to use the Six Paths of Reincarnation and the techniques of the Deva Path. Rinnegan of Sasuke. Sasuke Uchiha awakened the Rinnegan during the Fourth Great Ninja War. At that time, he was already an extraordinarily powerful ninja and possessed the eternal Mangekyou Sharingan, which granted him impressive abilities. However, this power was not enough to defeat Madara Uchiha. When Sasuke was on the brink of death, Hagoromo Otsutsuki bestowed upon him half of his chakra, resulting in the transformation of Sasuke's left eye into a Rinnegan. Sasuke's Rinnegan possessed the same basic abilities as Madara's, but with some notable differences. While Madara's Rinnegan included the power of Limbo, which allowed the summoning of shadows, Sasuke's did not have this ability. Instead, Sasuke gained a unique power called Amenotejikara, a space-time ninjutsu that allowed him to instantly switch places with any nearby object within a certain range. Over time, Sasuke refined his control over the eye, enabling him to use space-time portals and travel anywhere he desired. Amenotejikara, Sasuke's instantaneous swapping ability, is extremely versatile and resembles Minato Namikaze's Hiraishi no Jutsu, demonstrating how space-time manipulation techniques are valuable and powerful in the Naruto universe. Sasuke Uchiha's Rinnegan has the following main powers. Amenotejikara. This is a space-time technique that allows Sasuke to instantly switch places with any nearby object within a certain range. This ability is extremely useful for rapid movement and evasion. Space-time manipulation. Over time, Sasuke improved his control over the Rinnegan, allowing him to tear space-time portals and travel anywhere. This provides a significant strategic advantage and mobility. Six Paths Techniques. Sasuke has access to abilities associated with the Six Paths, such as gravity manipulation, and the use of powerful techniques related to these abilities. Chakra absorption and expulsion. Like other Rinnegan users, Sasuke can absorb chakra and release it back, which can be used for both defense and attack. Rinnegan vision. His Rinnegan allows him to see and perceive things that other ninjas cannot, including the ability to see through illusions and invisible techniques. Hagoromo's Rinnegan. Hagoromo Otsutsuki can be considered one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Rinnegan users. He awakened his Rinnegan after having to kill his brother, who was being controlled by his mother, Kaguya. Additionally, this was a unique evolution, going directly from the Sharingan to the Rinnegan. Hagoromo, also known as the Sage of the Six Paths, inherited and expanded this power, becoming one of the most formidable beings in the Naruto universe. Besides his unparalleled mastery of the Rinnegan, Hagoromo had the extraordinary ability to create life from nothing, demonstrating the magnitude of his power. His Six Paths related abilities were unrivaled. Interestingly, among all Rinnegan users, Hagoromo is the only one to possess an eye with Kekimora, a combination of abilities that transcends the standard of other Rinnegan users. His Rinnegan not only represents the culmination of his immense power, but also the evolution of chakra in its purest form. Hagoromo Otsutsuki's Rinnegan possesses a range of notable powers, reflecting his status as one of the greatest users of the technique. His main powers include Six Paths powers. Hagoromo has access to the abilities associated with the Six Paths, including gravity manipulation and the ability to use techniques such as Chibaku Tensei, planetary creation, and Shinra Tensei, gravitational repulsion. Creation of life. Hagoromo possesses the unique ability to create life from nothing, an impressive capacity that demonstrates his absolute mastery over chakra and creation. Rinnegan vision. His Rinnegan provides enhanced perception and the ability to see through illusions and hidden techniques, as well as perceive and manipulate the flow of chakra in advanced ways. Space-time manipulation. Although not extensively explored, his Rinnegan grants advanced space-time manipulation abilities similar to those seen in other Rinnegan users. Six Paths of Rebirth technique. He can perform the Six Paths of Rebirth, a technique that allows him to revive individuals, reflecting his control over the cycle of life and death. Shibai's Rinnegan. Recently, Boruto introduced fans to a new and intriguing Rinnegan user, Shibai Otsutsuki. Shibai is possibly the most powerful Rinnegan user ever seen in the series. He is an Otsutsuki who arrived on Earth thousands of years ago and over time elevated himself to an unparalleled level of power. During his journey, Shibai traveled from planet to planet, consuming chakra fruits, in an unending quest for power. After consuming a vast number of these fruits, he reached a divine state, transcending his mortal body and becoming a completely different entity. Shibai possessed the Rinnegan, but the exact extent of his strength remains a mystery to fans. However, given his divine status and evolution beyond the other Otsutsuki presented in the series, it is reasonable to assume that he had a Rinnegan of incomparable power. Shibai Otsutsuki's Rinnegan, despite being one of the most mysterious and powerful, is described based on limited information in the Boruto series. The main known powers of Shibai's Rinnegan include advanced space-time manipulation. Shibai possesses exceptional space-time manipulation abilities. This may include the ability to create portals, travel instantaneously between different locations, and manipulate space extremely effectively. Chakra absorption. Like other Rinnegan users, Shibai can absorb chakra, allowing him to neutralize opposing techniques and convert the absorbed chakra into his own energy. Creation and transformation. Shibai is known for his abilities to create and transform entities, reflecting his divine level and mastery over chakra. Divine power. After consuming a large amount of chakra fruits, Shibai transcended his mortal body and became a divine entity, granting him a range of abilities and powers superior to those of other Otsutsuki. Kekimora Rinnegan. Shibai's Rinnegan is associated with Kekimora, an advanced form of combined abilities, which may grant additional powers and even more refined control over chakra. Additionally, one of the upcoming characters to awaken the Rinnegan is Boruto. As seen, Kawaki awakened Ishiki's dojutsu, and the same could happen with Boruto, as he possesses Momoshiki's karma. Thus, he may acquire all of Momoshiki's powers. So, which of these Rinnegans do you think is the most powerful? Were you aware of their powers and extensions? If this video gets a lot of likes, I'll bring you part 2, featuring the most unique Mangekyo users and their abilities.